Have you ever stopped and asked yourself why you keep giving so much of yourself to people, to work, to obligations, and yet feel invisible, exhausted, and empty? Why do you wake up every day carrying burdens that were never meant to be yours, hoping that one day someone will notice, someone will say, "You matter"? It's a question that gnaws at the edge of your mind, the one you don't say out loud because admitting it feels selfish. But what if the answer has nothing to do with them? What if the answer has everything to do with you? For years, you've pushed yourself into corners, dimmed your light, convinced that taking care of yourself first is indulgent or wrong. You've swallowed the guilt, ignored your own needs, and told yourself that sacrifice is noble. And yet, deep down, you know it's a lie. You know that each time you bend, each time you compromise your own heart, a piece of your spirit drifts away, unseen, unclaimed. You feel it in the quiet moments when no one is watching. That ache is your soul whispering you are worth more than this. It starts with noticing the little things, the way your energy is drained by endless obligations, the way your joy feels borrowed and temporary, the way your voice barely rises above the noise of everyone else's expectations. You've been living on autopilot, giving pieces of yourself to everyone but the one person who matters most. And yet there is a spark, faint but undeniable, urging you to reclaim it. It whispers that life doesn't have to feel like this, that exhaustion and invisibility are not your destiny. Choosing yourself first is not dramatic or loud at first. It's quiet, it's subtle. It begins with a decision, a refusal to surrender another ounce of your energy to what doesn't serve you. It's saying no when everything in you wants to please. It's prioritizing your own dreams when the world demands obedience. And it's terrifying because the world isn't built for this. People will resist. Circumstances will test you, and your own doubts will rise like a storm, questioning whether you're allowed to take up space, whether you deserve the life you secretly crave. But here's the secret no one tells you. The moment you honor yourself, the moment you give your own needs the weight they deserve, the world doesn't collapse. It shifts. It responds. Your energy changes. Your presence becomes magnetic. And suddenly, life begins to unfold in ways you never imagined. Doors you didn't even see open. People who once drained you drift away. Opportunities appear where there were only walls. You feel alive in a way that feels reckless, joyful, and undeniably true. You will feel fear at first. Choosing yourself is an act of rebellion against a lifetime of conditioning. Guilt will knock at the door, whispering that you're selfish, that you're breaking some invisible rule. Let it come. Let it pass. Fear is just the echo of your old patterns trying to drag you back. Guilt is the ghost of approval you've been chasing for decades. Now that belongs to you. You are free to claim your own space, your own time, your own life. And the reward is profound. It's not just relief or happiness, it's clarity. It's a fierce, undeniable connection to your own power. It's waking up in the morning and feeling that the life you live is yours, unborrowed, authentic. Every step you take forward is a reclaiming of yourself, a quiet yet powerful defiance of the life you were told to accept. And with each step, you feel the weight lifting, the fog clearing, until finally you realize you have been standing in the sunlight all along. You just weren't looking. Choosing yourself first doesn't make you selfish. It makes you whole. It makes you strong. It makes every other choice in life sharper, clearer, and more intentional. When you honor yourself, the world around you transforms, not because it changes overnight, but because you do. Your energy, your focus, your clarity become a force that reshapes your reality. The ache you once felt, the exhaustion and invisibility fade into memory, replaced by the fierce pulse of a life lived on your own terms. So here's the truth. You can wait for someone else to notice, to validate you, to lift you from the shadows. Or you can choose yourself. You can say yes to your own needs, your own desires, your own life. And the moment you do, something shifts, something powerful, something unstoppable. You become the person you were meant to be, not as a gift to anyone else, but as a promise to yourself. You are worth that. You are worthy of that. And the moment you finally decide, everything begins to change. Now that you've glimpsed what it feels like to reclaim yourself, the real work begins. Every choice you make from this moment forward carries weight. Every boundary you set, every no you utter, becomes a declaration that your life is yours to command. And yes, it will feel uncomfortable. The old you, the one who survived by pleasing, will scream. Doubt will rise like waves, threatening to drag you under. But you have already seen what lies on the other side. You have tasted freedom, even if only a spark, and you know you cannot go back. the world will test you. People who thrived on your compliance will resist. They will push, manipulate, question your motives. They will try to remind you of the person you were, not the person you are becoming. Listen to them only as a reminder of how far you've come. Their resistance is proof that you are stepping into your power, that you are moving beyond what they expect, beyond what they are comfortable with. Every pushback is a signal that you are heading in the right direction. You will feel fear. It will whisper that you are selfish, that you are reckless, that you are risking too much. Do not surrender to it. Fear is simply the echo of your own courage waiting to be acknowledged. Each time you act in spite of fear, you break the chains that held you. Each time you prioritize yourself, you reinforce the truth that your life is not a donation, not a transaction, but a masterpiece in progress, entirely your own. There will be moments of doubt when the old patterns tempt you back, when the comfort of compliance seems easier than the effort of claiming your life. Fight for yourself in those moments. Fight fiercely. Every choice to rise, every refusal to shrink, compounds into something unstoppable. Your energy becomes magnetic. Your presence becomes undeniable. People notice, not because you seek their approval, but because the force of your self-respect cannot be ignored. And then something shifts. The weight that once pressed on your chest begins to lift. Decisions that once paralyzed you become simple. You move through the world with clarity, with direction, with confidence that does not need validation. Opportunities appear where there were walls. Doors you never knew existed open because your energy now aligns with your truth. You are no longer navigating life through obligation. You are navigating life through choice. Every step forward is proof that you are capable of more than you ever allowed yourself to believe. The transformation is not instant, but it is relentless. It gathers momentum like a storm, impossible to halt. Each day you honor yourself. You reclaim more of your time, your energy, your voice. The world that once demanded pieces of you now adjusts around the force of your presence. You begin to attract what you truly deserve. You no longer settle for scraps of attention, scraps of affection, scraps of respect. You claim it all because you have been proven to yourself that you are worth it. This is where power meets clarity. This is where freedom meets responsibility. You are not only choosing yourself, you are creating a life that reflects the person you have always been capable of becoming. Every fear you conquer, every boundary you enforce, every act of self-respect is a brick in the foundation of a life lived intentionally, a life lived fully, a life that refuses to apologize for its brilliance. Do not underestimate what this choice means. It is not a moment, it is a movement. Each action you take in alignment with your truth multiplies in influence, reshaping not only your world but the energy you carry into every relationship, every project, every challenge. You are no longer a passive participant. You are the force, the driver, the architect of your destiny. Now feel the urgency in this truth. The longer you delay, the more the world erodes your potential. The longer you wait for permission, the more time slips through your fingers. There is no better moment than now to claim yourself, to choose your needs, to honor your desires, and to embrace the life that has been waiting for you. The choice is simple in its clarity but profound in its power. Continue to dim yourself for others, or rise fully, unapologetically, and relentlessly. And when you choose to rise, you will not recognize the person who feared, who doubted, who surrendered. That version of you will fade into memory, replaced by someone fierce, aligned, unstoppable. Someone who no longer asks permission, someone who no longer bends, someone who finally understands that choosing yourself first is not selfish. It is the only way to live a life that matters. This is the moment your life shifts. This is the moment you claim what has always been yours. This is the moment you finally become undeniable. Every day you hesitate, every time you doubt why. Ourself, you give the world permission to define your worth. You give your energy away to distractions, to people who take without giving, to obligations that hollow you out. And yet, within you, there is a fire that refuses to be snuffed out. It whispers relentlessly, reminding you that you are more than what has been demanded of you, that the life you crave is not only possible, it is waiting. The only barrier is the one you accept in silence, the belief that someone else's comfort is more important than your own liberation. You must understand this. Choosing yourself is not gentle. It is a storm that rattles the structures built around you, the habits that once kept you small, the people who depended on your submission, They will resist. They will try to pull you back into old roles, to make you feel guilty for wanting more. Their discomfort is proof that you are stepping into a new realm, a space where your energy is protected, your voice is heard, your life is directed by your own hands. Every act of self-prioritization will feel radical because it is. You are reclaiming what was never truly lost. It was merely ignored, suffocated under the weight of expectation, and yes, fear will rise. Fear will look like every excuse you've ever told yourself. You're too late, too selfish, too unready. It will arrive as hesitation, as anxiety, as the temptation to shrink back into what was familiar. Do not yield. Every second spent yielding to fear is a second stolen from the life you were meant to live. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is moving through it, step by step, claiming each decision as yours, refusing to hand your power to anyone else. The stakes are real. The longer you ignore the call within, the more your life slips into mediocrity, into a routine of quiet resignation. Dreams left unpursued, energy wasted, moments pass without recognition of your own value. But the moment you act, everything changes. Boundaries solidify, confidence rises, your presence becomes undeniable, not because you demand it, but because you no longer compromise it. Life responds to those who honor themselves. Your choices ripple outward, reshaping relationships, opportunities, and the very trajectory of your existence. Every refusal to settle, every insistence on your worth, compounds into power. It accumulates silently, invisibly, until suddenly it becomes unstoppable. You will notice it in the clarity of your thoughts, in the energy that no longer dissipates, in the freedom to focus on what truly matters. You will feel it in the pull of your own desires, the magnetic draw of authenticity, the joy of acting without apology. You will realize that everything you sacrificed for others was preparation for this awakening, this authority over your own life. Now imagine the force of a life lived entirely on your own terms. Every fear confronted, every boundary enforced, every moment prioritized for your growth and joy. You wake up energized, unchained, fully present. Decisions that once paralyzed you now feel simple and inevitable. The life that once seemed distant now unfolds before you, clear, attainable, relentless in its beauty. You become a force, not by taking from anyone, but by giving fully to yourself. The more you honor your own needs, the more the world aligns to match your power. Do not mistake this for selfishness. Selfishness takes without thought. Choosing yourself first gives purpose to every action, every intention, every interaction. It does not diminish others, it amplifies you. And when you operate from this space, you become a beacon. You inspire without speaking, you influence without demanding, you lead by example. The energy you cultivate becomes unstoppable momentum, drawing the life, the people, and the opportunities you have long dreamed of towards you. Time is the only thing you cannot reclaim. Every day spent in hesitation, in doubt, in compliance is a day stolen from the future you could create. The urgency is real. The opportunity is immediate. The life you desire is waiting for the moment you decide it belongs to you. Stand firm. Claim it. Act with intention. Every choice you make from here on is a declaration. You will no longer shrink. You will no longer wait. You will no longer sacrifice your own power for the comfort of others. Rise fully into yourself. Embrace the discomfort, the resistance, the fear, because they are the proof of your transformation. Your energy will grow, your clarity will sharpen, your presence will command respect, and your life will reflect the magnitude of your commitment to yourself. This is the path to true freedom, true joy, true impact. Choosing yourself first is not a single act. It is a relentless journey, and every step forward solidifies the unstoppable force that is you. The world has never needed you more fully alive, more unshakable, more relentless in your pursuit of the life you deserve. Do not delay. Do not doubt. Stand in your power and let the transformation sweep through every corner of your existence. You are no longer the person who waits. You are the person who chooses. You are the person who finally commands their own life. And in that choice, everything changes. Every choice you make from this point forward is a declaration of who you are. No longer a shadow, no longer a ghost drifting through life. You are becoming the force you were always meant to be. The world will notice because energy like yours cannot be hidden. It radiates, it commands, it changes the atmosphere around you, reshapes the relationships that surround you, and rewrites the rules you were once forced to follow. Every step you take in alignment with yourself intensifies the gravity of your presence. Every refusal to compromise your needs compounds into momentum so powerful it cannot be ignored. You will feel the tremors of change in the most unexpected ways. People who relied on your compliance will resist. Situations that once seemed safe will challenge you. Fear will appear in sharper forms, demanding that you retreat to comfort and familiarity. Let it come. Let it pass. Fear is not a signal to stop. It is proof that you are on the edge of your true potential. Each act of courage, each moment you prioritize yourself, strengthens your foundation and expands your capacity to thrive. The life you have been waiting for is not a distant dream. It exists in the choices you make today. The hesitation that once held you hostage is dissolving, replaced by clarity, by focus, by an unshakable conviction that you are allowed to exist fully and freely. No longer will you measure your worth by the approval of others. No longer will you surrender pieces of yourself to maintain the comfort of those around you. Every time you honor your own boundaries, every time you protect your time, every time you act in accordance with your deepest desires, the world bends to your intention. This is not the life of passive existence. This is a life of relentless pursuit, of deliberate action, of conscious creation. The energy you invest in yourself multiplies, not just in your accomplishments, but in your presence, your influence, your very being. You begin to see the world differently because your perspective is no longer clouded by obligation or fear. You move through spaces with clarity and authority. Decisions that once paralyzed you become intuitive. Paths that seemed hidden become obvious. The life you once imagined becomes inevitable. Every moment spent in alignment with yourself strengthens a force that cannot be broken. It is quiet at first, Almo. See, imperceptible, but it grows. It grows in confidence, in magnetism, in undeniable power. You notice it in the steadiness of your gaze, in the certainty of your steps, in the way energy shifts around you when you enter a room. Opportunities arrive without chasing. Respect is earned without demanding. Life responds because you have stopped asking permission to exist fully and have begun to claim your space unapologetically. Do not underestimate the urgency of this moment. Every delay is a day lost to the shadow of compromise. Every hesitation is energy spent on what is not yours to carry. The life you deserve is waiting, but it does not wait forever. Momentum favors the bold. Courage favors the decisive. Action favors the relentless. You have no time to linger in doubt or fear. The longer you wait, the more you postpone the transformation that is ready to unfold now. Rise with full awareness of the stakes. Understand that choosing yourself is not a privilege. It is survival. It is reclamation. It is the act of bringing your full energy, your full clarity, your full potential into a world that has been demanding pieces of you for far too long. The discomfort you feel is proof that transformation is underway. Every challenge, every pushback, every moment of resistance is a signal that you are breaking free from patterns that have long limited you. Visualize the force of a life fully claimed. Each day lived deliberately, each decision made from alignment, each boundary enforced with unwavering resolve. You wake up energized, unchained, unstoppable. The fear that once controlled you becomes a distant echo. The doubt that once paralyzed you dissolves under the heat of your conviction. You become magnetic. You become unshakable. You become undeniable. The energy you carry, the clarity you embody, the life you are building, it cannot be ignored. The choice is clear and the aches are high. To wait is to surrender, to delay is to weaken, to act is to rise, to claim, to transform. You are no longer the person who bends. You are no longer the one who waits. You are the force that demands attention without asking for it. You are the life that refuses to be small. And the moment you decide, fully and relentlessly, that your life belongs to you, everything shifts. Your world, your energy, your destiny, they all begin to bend to the power of the choice you have made. Rise now. Stand firm. Own your space. Protect your energy. Act with clarity. Act with courage. Act without apology. The life you deserve is waiting in the fire of your decision. Step into it fully. Let the transformation sweep through every corner of your being. Become the unstoppable force you were always meant to be. Claim your life, because nothing will create change for you if you do not first choose yourself. The world awaits the energy only you can bring. Make yourself undeniable. Make yourself unstoppable. Make yourself first. Every moment you hesitate, the world moves without you. Every second you allow fear to whisper, the life you were meant to live drifts further away. You've been waiting for a sign, for permission, for validation, but the truth is that nothing will arrive for you unless you decide it does. You are the catalyst. You are the spark. You are the force that ignites your own transformation. The energy you carry, the choices you make, the boundaries you enforce. They are not optional. They are essential. They are the difference between a life of quiet compromise and a life of unstoppable impact. The fire you feel inside is not fear, it is truth. It is the awareness that your time is limited, that your energy is finite, and that every moment spent shrinking is a moment lost forever. The world will not pause while you gather courage. It will continue to demand distract, to drain. You can either allow it to dictate your life, or you can rise and dictate your own. There is no middle ground. The stakes are as high as your own potential. The price of delay is too steep. Every day that passes without your full presence is a theft of your own greatness. You will encounter resistance. People who thrive while you minimize yourself will push back. Situations that once seemed stable will shake. Old habits will claw at you, trying to drag you back to comfort, to familiarity, to invisibility. Do not yield. Resistance is the signal that you are moving toward power, toward authenticity, toward the version of yourself that cannot be ignored. Each time you say yes to yourself, each time you protect your energy, each time you act from alignment rather than obligation, you reinforce a force that grows exponentially, a force that reshapes your world from the inside out. Fear will show itself in sharper forms. Doubt will tempt you to retreat. The voices of old patterns will rise, convincing you that you are too late, too small, too unworthy. Do not listen. Fear is the echo of your own courage demanding acknowledgement. Doubt is merely the residue of years spent shrinking. Step forward anyway. Every action you take in spite of fear compounds into momentum. Every choice to honor yourself accelerates your transformation. You are building not just a life, but a force. A presence that cannot be ignored, a power that cannot be stopped. The life that once felt distant, impossible, and fragile is now within reach. You move with clarity. You act with purpose. Opportunities arrive without chasing because your energy aligns with your truth. Decisions that once paralyzed you now flow naturally. Paths that were hidden open effortlessly. The freedom you sought, the respect you craved, the fulfillment you dreamed of, they converge into a reality that reflects the power of your choice. You are no longer a participant in your own life. You are the architect, the driver, the unstoppable force shaping everything around you. Every step you take amplifies your influence. Each act of self-respect, each boundary enforced, each refusal to compromise your integrity compounds into unstoppable energy. The world responds not because you demand, but because you radiate authenticity. People feel it. Opportunities feel it. Life itself feels it. You are no longer waiting for permission to exist fully. You have claimed your space, your power, your life. You have become magnetic, undeniable, unshakable. Time is finite. Momentum favors action. Courage favors the decisive. Every delay, every hesitation, every moment spent doubting is a moment stolen from the life you were meant to claim. You cannot afford to linger in uncertainty. You must rise now, fully, relentlessly, without apology. Every fear you confront strengthens your resolve. Every boundary you enforce builds unstoppable momentum. Every act of alignment propels you closer to the life that belongs to you by right of your own courage. Imagine the energy of a life fully claimed. A life where each day is lived with intention, where every decision is rooted in truth, where your presence commands respect without demanding it. You wake up alive, energized, unchained. Fear becomes a distant echo. Doubt dissolves in the clarity of your purpose. The world bends not to manipulation, not to luck, but to the force of your choice, to the energy of your presence, to the undeniable power of a person who has finally chosen themselves first. This is not optional. This is urgent. This is the moment that separates those who drift through life from those who dominate it. You are no longer the person who waits. You are no longer the person who shrinks. You are the force that moves through resistance with courage, that acts with clarity, that claims life without apology. The world is responding to the energy you radiate. The life you deserve is ready, waiting, relentless. You must step into it fully. You must rise completely. You must choose yourself, because nothing will create the life you desire if you do not first claim it as yours. The time is now. The power is yours. The life is yours to command. The moment you decide that your life belongs to you, everything begins to shift. The weight that once pressed on your chest, the pressure to please, the constant drain of giving without receiving, it starts to lift. You feel it in your body first. a lightness that surprises you, a pulse of energy that reminds you that life is meant to be lived, not survived. You are no longer defined by the expectations of others. You are no longer a reflection of what they want from you. You are your own force, your own authority, your own home. Fear will try to follow, whispering that this freedom is temporary, that the world will not allow it. But fear is no longer a master. It is a signal, a reminder that you are stepping into a space of true power. Each time it rises, it proves that you are leaving the old behind. Each hesitation you overcome becomes momentum, a proof of your resilience, a declaration that you are capable of more than you have allowed yourself to believe. This is how transformation accelerates. It does not creep, it strikes, it commands. It reshapes you, and through you reshapes everything you touch. The clarity that comes from choosing yourself first is like nothing else. Decisions that once paralyzed you now feel intuitive, almost inevitable. You act with precision, with purpose, with a sense of inevitability that leaves no room for doubt. Opportunities begin to reveal themselves. Doors that were once hidden appear in plain sight. People respond differently. Situations shift in subtle, undeniable ways. The energy you radiate now attracts rather than repels. It is magnetic, impossible to ignore, unstoppable in its momentum. Do not mistake this for ease. The path will demand courage at every turn. You will confront the habits that once kept you small. You will face people who want you to remain as you were. You will hear the echoes of your own old doubts, louder than ever. And yet, each confrontation is proof of your progress. Each challenge you meet is a confirmation that you are moving beyond the limits of your past. Each act of self-prioritization is a brick in the foundation of a life built not on fear, but on clarity, power, and alignment. Momentum grows quickly once it is established. Every day spent honoring yourself multiplies your strength. Every act of courage compounds. You become a force not because you seek recognition, but because recognition becomes impossible to avoid. You see the difference in your energy, in your focus, in your presence. You feel it in the way life responds, in the doors that open, in the people who gravitate toward you naturally. You are no longer a participant. You are the architect, the energy, the driver, the unrelenting force shaping your reality. Time is relentless. Hesitation is costly. The longer you delay, the more you permit old patterns to take root. The world will not wait while you gather courage. Every moment spent shrinking, second-guessing, or compromising steals from the life you are meant to create. Urgency is real because your potential is finite. You are capable of greatness beyond your imagination, but only if you claim it, protect it, and act upon it without apology. Imagine the life of a person who finally chooses themselves. Each day lived with intention, each choice rooted in alignment, each boundary enforced without guilt. Fear and doubt shrink into irrelevance, inerg. Why flows where it is meant to. Clarity guides every action. You are alive in a way you never were before. You are magnetic, undeniable, unstoppable. The life you have longed for is not a dream. It is your reality, built piece by piece, choice by choice, moment by moment, as you claim the space that belongs to you. The stakes are as high as your potential. Waiting is the enemy. Hesitation is the thief of your future. Action is the weapon. Courage is the shield. And clarity is the path. Every decision you make now determines not just the trajectory of your day, but the course of your life. You must rise fully. You must act decisively. You must claim your energy, your time, your presence, and your power. You are no longer the person who yields. You are no longer the one who diminishes. You are the force that commands attention without asking. You are the presence that reshapes reality around it. You are the energy that cannot be ignored, the life that refuses to shrink, the soul that finally acts in its own defense. Step fully into it. Claim it without apology. Choose yourself relentlessly. The world is waiting for the force only you can bring, and nothing will create change for you if you do not first claim it. The moment is now. The power is yours. The life is yours to command. Every inch of hesitation is a stolen moment of your own life. Every second spent shrinking, doubting, or waiting is a debt you pay to a world that will not remember it. You have been waiting for someone to validate you, for permission to exist fully, for the universe to nod and say it's your time. But the truth is, the only nod that matters comes from within. The only signal that counts is the one you give yourself. You are not waiting for change, you are creating it. You are not asking for permission, you are taking it. And the moment you decide fully and relentlessly that your life belongs to why, the world begins to respond. This is the edge of transformation. You can feel it in your chest, in your pulse, and the way energy flows differently when you choose yourself over obligation, over expectation, over fear. Resistance will rise, louder than ever. People who depended on your submission will challenge you. Habits that once comforted you will claw for attention. Old fears will whisper, trying to pull you back into the shadows. Let it happen. Let it remind you that you are stepping into power, that every act of courage strengthens the life you are building. Fear is no longer your jailer. It is your compass, pointing directly toward growth. The stakes are higher than ever because the life you crave is already within reach. Every choice you make now compounds into momentum. Every boundary you enforce, every act of self-respect, every refusal to settle becomes a catalyst for unstoppable energy. Clarity rises. Confidence solidifies. Decisions that once froze you now flow naturally. The energy you radiate becomes magnetic, drawing people, opportunities, and circumstances into alignment with your truth. You are no longer a participant. You are the architect. You are the force that bends reality to the power of your own presence. Courage is not optional. Hesitation is costly. The longer you delay, the more your potential diminishes under the weight of old patterns. Every second spent doubting is energy stolen from your own greatness. The world will not pause while you gather bravery. Momentum favors those who act, those who decide, those who claim what is theirs. You have already tasted what it means to honor yourself, and now you must accelerate. You must rise fully, decisively, and without apology. Anything less is surrender to a life smaller than you were designed to live. Imagine the force of a life lived entirely on your own terms. Every day intentional, every choice aligned, every boundary enforced without hesitation. Fear becomes irrelevant. Doubt becomes powerless. Energy flows in the direction of your truth. You move with clarity, with authority, with an unshakable sense of purpose. The doors that were once hidden open without struggle. Opportunities arrive naturally. People respond to the energy you radiate, not the persona you perform. You are alive in a way you never imagined possible. You are magnetic, unshakable, undeniable. The life you dreamed of is not distant. It is forming under the weight of your choices, the intensity of your focus, the courage of your convictions. Time is not waiting. Momentum cannot be paused. The longer you linger in hesitation, the more the life you desire slips through your fingers. Every delay is a day lost to compromise. Every moment of self-doubt is a moment surrendered to old limitations. You must act. You must rise. You must claim your energy, your time, your space, your life. The life you deserve is not a reward. It is your birthright. It demands your attention, your courage, your relentless pursuit. You are no longer the person who bends. You are no longer the one who shrinks. You are the force that commands presence without asking. You are the energy that reshapes reality around it. You are the unstoppable momentum, the undeniable presence, the life that refuses to shrink, the soul that refuses to compromise. Step fully into it. Claim it without hesitation. Choose yourself with a ferocity that cannot be ignored. The moment is yours. The power is yours. The life is yours to command. Do not wait another second. Rise, act, and become the force only you can be. Every fiber of hesitation that remains is a chain you place around yourself. Every moment spent doubting, questioning, or shrinking steals from the life that is waiting for you to claim it. You have been trained to wait for permission, to seek validation, to defer your own desires to the comfort of others. But the truth is, the only permission that matters is your own. The only validation you need is the unwavering acknowledgement that your life belongs to you. This is the moment when waiting ends and doing begins. This is the moment when you step fully into the power that has always been inside you. The world will resist. People who relied on your compliance will push back. Situations that once felt safe will now test you. Habits that once comforted you will claw for attention. Fear will rise in sharper forms, demanding that you retreat. Let it remind you that transformation is happening. Every pushback is proof that you are leaving the old behind. Every act of courage, every boundary enforced, every choice made in alignment with yourself compounds into momentum that cannot be stopped. Fear is no longer a wall. It is the signal that you are moving toward the life you were meant to live. Clarity begins to sharpen. Decisions that once paralyzed you now feel inevitable. Paths that were hidden are suddenly visible. Your energy shifts. Your presence commands attention. People respond differently, not because you demand it, but because you embody it. The life you imagined, the freedom you sought, the respect you long for, all begin to converge as a direct result of the choices you make to honor yourself. You are no longer a participant. You are the force. You are the energy that reshapes your reality from the inside out. The stakes are impossibly high because the life you desire is already within reach. Every second spent shrinking is a second stolen from your potential. Every hesitation is energy wasted on doubt and fear. Courage is not optional. Momentum favors those who act, who decide, who claim what is theirs without compromise. You have already begun. You have already tasted the far. Edom of self-prioritization. Now you must accelerate. You must rise fully, decisively, without apology. Anything less is surrender to a life smaller than you are capable of living. Imagine the force of a life fully claimed. Every day intentional, every choice aligned, every boundary enforced without guilt or hesitation. Fear becomes irrelevant. Doubt becomes powerless. Energy flows where it is meant to flow. You move with clarity, authority, and unshakable purpose. Doors that were once hidden open effortlessly. Opportunities arrive naturally. People respond to the energy you radiate, not to the persona you perform. You are alive in a way you never thought possible. You are magnetic, unshakable, undeniable. The life you dreamed of is forming now, built piece by piece, moment by moment, choice by choice. Time is finite. Hesitation is costly. The world will not pause while you gather courage. Every delay allows old patterns to take root. Every second of self-doubt steals from your greatness. You must act. You must rise. You must claim your energy, your presence, your life. The life you deserve is not a reward. It is your birthright. It demands your attention, your courage, and your relentless pursuit. You are no longer the one who bends. You are no longer the person who waits. You are the force that commands presence without asking. You are the energy that reshapes reality around it. You are the unstoppable momentum, the undeniable presence, the life that refuses to shrink, the soul that refuses to compromise. Step fully into it. Claim it without hesitation. Choose yourself with a ferocity that cannot be ignored. The moment is yours. The power is yours. The life is yours to command. Nothing will create the change you crave if you do not first claim it. The time is now. The fire is yours. The transformation begins with you. Rise, act, and become the force only you can be. Every breath you take now carries weight. Every decision you make has the power to redefine the course of your life. The hesitation, the doubt, the fear that once held you captive, they are fading echoes of a past version of yourself. You are no longer living to satisfy expectations that were never yours. You are no longer shrinking to make others comfortable. You are claiming your space, your energy, your time, your life. And the world responds to the force of a person fully awake, fully aware, fully unstoppable. The fire inside you cannot be ignored. It is the pulse of your true potential, the undeniable signal that you are moving towards something greater than fear, greater than limitation, greater than anything you once believed possible. The resistance you feel, the challenges that rise, the people who attempt to pull you back, they are all proof that you are moving forward with power. Every act of courage, every boundary enforced, every choice made in alignment with yourself compounds into momentum that cannot be halted. Fear is no longer a jailer. It is the compass pointing to the life you were meant to live. Clarity sharpens with every step. Decisions that once paralyzed you now flow with certainty. Paths that seemed hidden reveal themselves effortlessly. Your energy shifts in ways that demand attention. Presence becomes your signature. People, circumstances, and opportunities begin to bend toward your direction, not because you chase them, but because your force is magnetic. The life you imagined is no longer a dream. It is forming here now under the weight of your courage, the intensity of your focus, the decisiveness of your choices. Every hesitation you release, every second spent doubting, is energy reclaimed. Every boundary you enforce is power consolidated. Momentum grows silently, invisibly, until it becomes unstoppable. You see it in the way you move through of life with ease, in the way obstacles once intimidating now seem trivial, in the way people respond to the force you emit naturally. You are no longer a passive participant. You are the architect, the energy, the unrelenting presence that shapes reality itself. The stakes are impossibly high. Every moment wasted in hesitation is a moment stolen from your potential. Time does not pause. The world does not wait. Every delay allows old patterns, old limitations, old fears to regain control. You cannot afford another second of indecision. Courage is no longer optional. Action is no longer negotiable. You must rise fully, decisively, relentlessly. The life you deserve demands it. The person you are becoming requires it. Your future will not materialize without your full, unflinching commitment. Imagine the energy of a life fully claimed. A life where every action is deliberate, every choice is aligned, every boundary is enforced without guilt or hesitation. Fear diminishes. Doubt dissolves. Energy flows naturally in the direction of your truth. You move with clarity, authority, and unshakable purpose. Opportunities appear with ease. Doors that were once invisible now swing open effortlessly. People respond, not because you demand it, but because you radiate it. You are alive in a way you never imagined possible. You are magnetic, unshakable, undeniable. The life you dreamed of exists now, being forged by your courage, your energy, your relentless pursuit of alignment. Time is finite. Momentum favors action. Hesitation steals from your future. You cannot wait for a perfect moment. It does not exist. Every second you delay is a second surrendered to mediocrity. You must act. You must rise. You must claim your presence, your energy, your life. The life you deserve is not a reward. It is your birthright. It demands your attention, your courage, your unyielding pursuit. You are no longer the one who bends. You are no longer the person who waits. You are the force that commands attention without asking. You are the energy that reshapes reality around it. You are the unstoppable momentum, the undeniable presence, the life that refuses to shrink, the soul that refuses to compromise. Step fully into it, claim it without hesitation. Choose yourself with a ferocity that cannot be ignored. The moment is yours, the power is yours, the life is yours to command. Nothing will create the change you crave if you do not first claim it. The time is now, the fire is yours. The transformation begins with you. Rise, act, and become the force only you can be. Everything you have built so far is only the beginning. The courage you have summoned, the boundaries you have enforced, the choices you have made. They are the foundation of a life that will not bend, a life that will not wait, a life that will not compromise. But now the force of your transformation must expand. It must consume every corner of your existence, leaving no room for doubt, no room for hesitation, no room for anyone else to dictate the terms of your life. You are the author of your own story, and the pen is in your hands, inked with your courage, your focus, your relentless commitment to yourself. The world will attempt to pull you back, to remind you of the person you were, to question the validity of the life you are creating. Ignore it. The resistance is not a warning, it is proof. Proof that you are moving forward, that you are stepping into power, that you are no longer willing to shrink for the comfort of others. Every challenge you face, every moment of discomfort, every test of your resolve is a sign that transformation is real, that momentum is building, and that you are unstoppable when you refuse to surrender. Fear may appear in new forms, sharper, more urgent, attempting to fracture the clarity you have fought so hard to maintain. It will manifest as doubt, as comparison, as the temptation to retreat. Recognize it, honor it, then act anyway. Each time you move in spite of fear, each time you prioritize your growth, each time you claim your energy, your life, and your presence, you multiply your momentum. You are no longer a participant in life, you are a force of creation. A magnetic presence that attracts opportunities, people, and experiences aligned with the power you have claimed. Clarity sharpens with each decisive action. What once seemed complicated, confusing, or unattainable becomes intuitive. Doors that were once hidden swing open. Pat. HS that were invisible now appear illuminated. People respond, not because you demand it, but because your energy demands it. You are no longer negotiating with the world. You are no longer shrinking to fit expectations that were never yours. You are rising fully, unshakably, and the world adjusts around the force of your presence. The stakes have never been higher because your potential is infinite, but time is finite. Hesitation is a thief of greatness. Delay is a luxury you cannot afford. Every moment spent doubting or retreating is energy stolen from the life you are capable of creating. Momentum favors those who act decisively. Courage favors the relentless. Energy multiplies for those who claim it without compromise. You must move. You must rise. You must claim the life that is waiting for the full force of your attention, your focus, your action. Visualize the energy of a life fully claimed, a life where every choice is deliberate, every boundary enforced, every action aligned with your truth. Fear diminishes. Doubt becomes powerless. Energy flows effortlessly in the direction of your purpose. You move with clarity, authority, and unshakable presence. Opportunities present themselves naturally. People respond to the force you emit, not the image you perform. You are alive in a way that demands recognition. You are magnetic, unstoppable, undeniable. The life you long for is now forming, forged by your courage, your energy, and your relentless pursuit of self-alignment. Time is the ultimate test. Momentum cannot wait. Every second you linger in indecision, every fraction of hesitation allows old patterns to reassert control. The longer you delay, the further the life you are capable of creating slips from your grasp. You must act. You must rise. You must claim your presence, your energy, your life, without hesitation, without compromise, without apology. You are no longer the one who bends. You are no longer the person who waits. You are the force that reshapes reality around it. You are the energy that commands attention, that moves obstacles, that draws opportunity and alignment toward you. You are the unstoppable presence, the life that refuses to shrink, the soul that refuses to compromise. Step fully into it. Claim it without doubt. Choose yourself with the ferocity of someone who refuses to settle. The moment is yours. The power is yours. The life is yours to command. Nothing will create the transformation you seek if you do not first claim it fully. The time is now. The fire is yours. The life you were meant to live begins with your relentless decision to rise. Every ounce of hesitation left in you is a weight holding back the life you were born to claim. Every second spent doubting, shrinking, or waiting steals from the momentum you could be building, from the power that is already yours. You have been taught to ask for permission, to seek validation, to defer your desires for the comfort of others. But the only permission that matters, the only validation that counts, comes from within. This is the moment when you stop waiting and start acting. This is the moment when you fully step into the force that has always lived inside you, ready to break free. The world will resist. It will test you. People who thrive while you minimize yourself will push back. Circumstances that once felt safe will challenge you. Old habits, old patterns, old fears, they will try to pull you back into the shadow of what was familiar. Let it happen. Let it remind you that you are moving toward power. Every act of courage, every boundary you enforce, every choice aligned with your true self compounds into momentum that cannot be stopped. Fear is no longer a jailer. It is a signal that you are moving in the right direction toward the life that is yours to claim. Clarity sharpens with each decisive step. Decisions that once froze you now flow with certainty. Paths that were invisible reveal themselves with ease. Your energy shifts. Your presence commands attention. People respond not because you demand it, but because you radiate authenticity. The life you imagined, the freedom you sought, the fulfillment you longed for, all of it begins to converge as a direct result of the choices you make to honor yourself. You are no longer a participant in life. You are the architect. You are the energy that reshapes reality around you. Momentum grows quietly but powerfully. Every day spent honoring yourself multiplies your strength. Every refusal to compromise compounds into unstoppable force. You see it in the way you move through challenges with ease, in the way obstacles once intimidating now seem trivial, in the way people respond to the energy you radiate. You are no longer negotiating with life. You are commanding it. You are the unrelenting presence, the force that shapes your reality with every act of courage, every boundary, every choice aligned with your truth. The stakes are impossibly high. Every moment of hesitation steals from the life you are capable of creating. Time does not pause. The world will not wait while you gather courage. Every second spent doubting is energy lost to mediocrity. Momentum favors those who act. Courage favors the relentless. Energy multiplies for those who claim it without compromise. You must rise. You must act. You must claim the life that demands your full attention, focus, and action. Imagine the force of a life fully claimed. Every choice deliberate. Every boundary enforced. Every action aligned with your truth. Fear loses its power. Doubt dissolves. Energy flows effortlessly in the direction of your purpose. You move with clarity, authority, and unstoppable presence. Oh, Opportunities appear without struggle. Doors that were once hidden swing open. People respond not because you demand it, but because you radiate it. You are alive in a way that cannot be ignored. You are magnetic, unshakable, undeniable. The life you dreamed of is forming now, forged by your courage, your energy, and your relentless pursuit of alignment. Time is the ultimate test. Momentum cannot wait. Every fraction of hesitation allows old patterns to regain control. Every delay steals from your future. You must act. You must rise. You must claim your energy, your presence, your life, without compromise, without apology, without doubt. You are no longer the one who bends. You are no longer the person who waits. You are the force that commands presence, that reshapes reality, that draws opportunity and alignment toward you. You are unstoppable, undeniable, and fully alive. Step fully into it. Claim it without hesitation. Choose yourself with ferocity. The moment is yours. The power is yours. The life is yours to command. Nothing will create the transformation you seek if you do not first claim it. The time is now. The fire is yours. The life you were meant to live begins with your decision to rise, to act, and to become the force only you can be.